Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
That second down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Rolling to his right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Auden Tate, 51 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it across midfield to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on second down. Burrow now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's to Chase, he's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 3-point points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Flush to his right. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Running room at the 50. Look out. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Burrow. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow, he finds his running back Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. McPherson now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. So that one will be accepted. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great.